Hi, people of the internet. My name's Hannah. I'm a CoppaFeel's boobette. We are on a mission to try and stamp out the late or misdiagnosis of breast cancer. And I've been volunteering for CoppaFeel for just over 2 years now as a boobette. Basically, we are a breast cancer awareness charity of which I'm hugely proud. We educate the nation on the signs and symptoms of breast cancer. We empower people to get anything weird that's not normal for them checked out. And we encourage you to check your boobs, get to know what is normal for you. Basically, we go out into schools, colleges, businesses, universities, whoever will have us, basically, and just try and get people to get to know the signs and symptoms of breast cancer and to get to know what's normal for them. So I am hugely excited. I'm taking part in this year's fabulous challenge for CoppaFeel with Avon, and I'm really chuffed and hugely grateful to have been chosen as Avon's representative for the boobettes to be going on the fabulous challenge. So we're going on a 6-day hike through the Transylvanian Carpathians with Tom from McFly and Lisa Snowdon, the lovely Lisa Snowdon. So really excited about this. It's in less than a week now. Oh, yikes. So why on earth and how on earth have I got involved in all of this? So basically, when I was 30, I had my own diagnosis of primary breast cancer. And as I was going through treatment, it was at the time when I was going through radiotherapy, I thought, I need to do something with my experience. I need to make this somehow into something positive. I call it, this is the internet friendly version, I call it turning the poo into fertilizer. So we take that poo and from it something productive can grow. So we can just keep growing. Use the poo to grow. Poo. Basically that has been my motto all through treatment. And CoppaFeel, this charity, this amazing charity, has given me an outlet to allow me to turn that poo into fertilizer and to make something really positive of my rubbish experience. So how did I get involved in the hike? Well, so as a CoppaFeel boobette, I got the email back in, I think it was around February time, and they said, we're doing this hike, is anyone interested? And basically this is so far up my street. I love hiking. My dad was a scout leader, and so I climbed my first mountain at the age of 5. I've got a little photo here. This is me on Snowdon, which is the highest mountain in all of England and Wales. There's a little girl, Hannah. I did get to the top. That's the train in the background. I don't know if you've climbed Snowdon, but there's a little steam train that I've yet to use. I've been up Snowdon, goodness, how many times now? About 4 times. We actually climbed it again for my 30th birthday, which was literally a matter of months before my own diagnosis, my cancer diagnosis. I've never caught the steam train. I just love the exhilaration of reaching a summit and just the meditation of putting one foot in front of another. You're just always moving forwards, and it's just opening up views that you would not otherwise get. I love hiking. It's such a huge part of my soul. It's such a huge part of who I am. And as I was going through treatment for breast cancer, I was put, because I had an estrogen responsive breast cancer, I was put on a drug called tamoxifen. A lot of ladies take tamoxifen who have been diagnosed with breast cancer, estrogen responsive breast cancer. It's really common drug to be put on, and everybody's experience through cancer will be different. Everyone will experience it differently. Everyone will experience different side effects of the drugs. And for me, being on tamoxifen, I basically became an old woman overnight. I had incredible joint pain. And when we say about joint pain, we usually think about, just being a little bit stiff when you get out of a chair. But I was literally, there were days when I was crawling upstairs. I ended up having to walk with a walking stick. I became so frail. And my husband, whenever we had days out to London or things like that to go and see gigs, my husband was deliberately plotting routes through London that didn't require stairs on the underground. He was looking for the specific underground stations that had disabled access, because I just couldn't manage the stairs. And that was a really difficult part of my life. I felt so far removed from Hannah as I know her, and it was heartbreaking. And I genuinely had this little voice in my head, which was the biggest fear in my life, that was saying, you're never going to make it to the top of a mountain again. You're never going to reach the top of a mountain again. And for me, with who I am and how I've grown up, that was terrifying. That was the scary thing. So fast forward. So basically I made the decision to stop taking tamoxifen, which does increase my risk of cancer coming back. But I feel the trade-off is that all the while I'm alive, I'm living. I'm not just surviving. So for me, you know, that's not the right decision for everyone, but for me, this is really, really important. So March this year, February, go back to February, sorry. February this year, I get the email from the Boobets saying about this amazing 6-day hike through the Transylvanian Carpathians. And I was like, oh my goodness, that sounds amazing. I'm well up for that, but I don't know if my body is. Because although I'd come off the tamoxifen, I had been on it for 16 months. I hadn't been able to exercise for 16 months. I was so frail, and so it took a long time for me to recover physically from that, and to try and find the kind of fitness and the stamina and the strength that I had before my cancer experience. I probably still haven't found it, to be honest, but I'm getting there. And so back in February, I got the email. I was really, really excited, but I thought, I just don't have the confidence physically in myself that I can do it. So I let it go. And then March came around, and my husband and I would booked a month-long holiday, which is incredible, to Tasmania and to my favourite place in the world, New Zealand. And on this holiday, it was incredible. Every day we were hiking, we were kayaking, we were canoeing, we were ziplining, we were caving, we were sailing, every day. It was so full on. It was amazing. One particular day when we were in Tasmania, we were at a place called Cradle Mountain, which is like the holiday, like the tourist spot for tourists in Tasmania. It's amazing. This beautiful national park, beautiful mountain with a lake at the foot of the mountain. It was just beautiful. And so we hiked up to Marion's Lookout at Cradle Mountain in Tasmania, and it was a short, sharp, well, it was a pretty, it was a few hours, but it was a sharp hike. It was a bit of a lung buster, and I was feeling it, but it was my first real attempt at having a go at a mountain again, or having a go at an ascent. And I got to the top, and I burst into floods of tears. And it was the relief. It was the view, don't get me wrong, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But it was also the relief. I got to a summit. And so that was a huge turning point for me. I just sat with my hiking boots over the precipice of this summit, and it just connected. I connected with Hannah again. So I got to the end of that holiday. Like I said, it was full on. Every day we were doing stuff, really intense, amazing physical stuff, and just adrenaline, yes. And then I was sitting at the airport in Sydney, literally on the way to go home. I got the email, I think it was on the Saturday, from the Boobets, and Avon had kindly offered to sponsor one of the Boobets to go on the fabulous trek, and would we like to go? And previously I hadn't got the confidence in myself, but now I literally just had this full-on month of just adrenaline, and I thought, do you know what, this is stupid not to go for it. It is stupid not to go for it. So I applied I got the email on the Saturday at the airport, literally on the way home. I had to apply by the Monday. I found out on the Wednesday, and then the following Saturday I was in London with the other trackers and Tom McFly at the meet and greet, and it was just crazy. It all just happened after being so unsure of myself, and I just got swept up in this adventure, and we're nearly there now. It's this coming weekend we'll be flying out to Transylvania, and it's happening. It's happening. Which is crazy. So in the meantime, we've been doing shed loads of fundraising. The teams have been doing incredibly well. I did feel like I had a bit of catching up to do because I was a late addition to the group, but I've had some incredible people helping me out. We auctioned off some artworks by Lee Webb, who's a pixel artist, and my sister-in-law Melanie Thorpe, who does these beautiful fluid abstracts. So she did a canvas specifically for CoppaFeel's. We did a bag of jug, a boob lottery, and the winner of the lottery, the winning was going to be £100, but the winner of the lottery actually said, I want you to put that back in the kitty, which is incredibly generous. So huge generosity all through my fundraising. We did a cake sale at work, which I had loads of help with, and it's just been really, really great. So my next fundraising adventure, tomorrow, Tuesday at 10, sorry, I am going to shave my head, or I'm going to have my head shaved. So we're going to try and raise some more funds for CoppaFeel's, shaving my head, which is exciting. I think that's the word. So basically at the moment, like, I'll take my clips out. Basically I'm sporting like Nick Carter curtains circa 1998. Look how rubbish this looks. So to be honest, I kind of can't wait to get rid of it. I mean, it's going to be a challenge. It's a challenge, but yeah, we're going to get rid of it. Why is this a big deal to me? So basically, when I was going through treatment, I was actually as lucky as you can be. Oh, I need to clip this back up, it's awful. I was as lucky as you can be, being a 30-year-old, being diagnosed with breast cancer, because never mind. It's going tomorrow. It's going. Yeah, I didn't need chemo. I avoided chemo. I was really, really lucky because I caught my breast cancer so early. I had radiotherapy and I had the tamoxifen, but I didn't go through chemo. So I didn't lose my hair. And the thing about cancer is it finds ways to mess with you psychologically. Whatever route you go through cancer, you are psychologically and emotionally challenged in ways that you'd never expect. And the fact that I didn't lose my hair, I didn't look like a cancer patient. I was 30 and I had breast cancer and I had my hair. I did not look how people expected a cancer patient to look. And that came with its own psychological challenge, which I don't think many people would expect. And I actually became, at the time, when I was going through cancer, I had really, really long hair. It's like well past my shoulders. And I actually became a little obsessively and unhealthily attached to the fact that I still had long hair. And it wasn't quite right. So when I actually did come to have my hair cut short again, it was a really big deal for me, and I was surprised at how much of a big deal it was. But whilst I was on the tamoxifen, although I didn't lose my hair like you would do, or like a lot of people do going through chemotherapy, my hair did thin out quite a lot. And so then when I came off the tamoxifen, after a few months, my hairdresser and I started noticing like this stupid baby hair was coming through. You can't really, I mean, it's getting better. It's getting better. But yeah, just these stupid little spiky wispy things. And so yeah, it's at a point now, it's quite cathartic, where I can say, actually, do you know what? Let's just get rid of it. Let's just get rid of the whole lot and start afresh. So that's exciting and probably a little bit crazy. I will definitely be wearing a hat on the hike, so I won't get sunburn on my head. But yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow. So we're gonna be videoing it. I've got a pro photographer who's my best friend's husband coming along to take some shots. We're going to be spreading it all on all the socials, hashtag shave me superhan, Yeah, there's going to be boob cupcakes. It's going to be great. And then after tomorrow, the next big thing will be flying out to Transylvania, the trek. So I guess I'll see you there. Thanks to CoppaFeel's and to Avon. I'll be on the flight. I'll catch you then. Cheers. Bye.